Well, it's a wonderful welcome to our new head coach, Danny Stewart. Danny, first of all, welcome to Nottingham. Can you let me know what attracted you to come to the club?
I mean, everything really. I think the history of Nottingham being as big a club as they are, the opportunity to have the support mechanism, resources to do as well as possible on the ice, and I think, like I said, a lot of people involved as well. Like I said, mentioned earlier, staff and just the whole entity of it. I think it's obviously seen as a big club here in the UK, and I think it was an opportunity for me to start fresh, something new for myself, and I'm excited.
I know it's very early days, but what sort of team do you think and what sort of style can Panthers fans expect from Danny Stewart as head coach of the Panthers?
Well, I think, as a coach, you can get a bit cliche with that stuff, right? I think everyone wants fast teams and that style of hockey, but I think the one thing we obviously, other than playing fast is another thing is we're going to see a team, hopefully, that plays for one another. And I think my teams in the past, we've seen that. That's one thing I try to drill in them right away. And I think when guys go out there as a group and they truly perform and play for one another, then you get the best out of them. And that's going to be our expectations.
Now, obviously, as a player, you've been heckled, I guess, by the Panthers support, and even as a coach. But how excited are you now to be one of the Panthers nation?
Yeah, I am. I'm really excited, and it's a great fan base and a great city, and yes, absolutely. There's a lot of history there with back in my playing days, us in Nottingham were massive rivals, and a lot of boos, a lot of jeers, and then as a coach coming here, over the years, we get a lot of talk as well. But I'm excited. Look, at the end of the day, like I mentioned earlier, a big club. It's a great opportunity for myself, and I hope I can help drive the club forward.
And you've got a great rink as well to coach off. I know it's a different question, but how excited are you to be, one of the best venues in the country to be working out of here?
Listen, I say it every year, every time we play on the road, people ask us, other than your own rink, what's your favorite venue? And I always go back to Nottingham, and just being here a couple of weekends ago with the playoff weekend and seeing the atmosphere and being able to experience that week in, week out is exciting.
Do you have kind of a wish list, a tick list? What are the first things that you want to do as a coach in the coming days and weeks?
I think just kind of establish myself. Obviously, get in contact with players signed, guys, possibilities as well, and then obviously work with Pash and look at building an exciting team that not only can get results on the ice, but also entertain the fan base as well.
Obviously, you touched on Coventry Blaze, and I think it would be kind of nice, for us to give you the opportunity. You've been involved in that organisation for a long, long time. Have you got any words to the team and to the fans as you leave there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nothing but good things. My time there, and as a player, so many good memories, and then as a coach, I think navigating the Blaze through maybe a new era in this league. The type of standard that it's been and through COVID and all that stuff. And, I'm really proud of the way we did things there, and, some really good people there from the top all the way down. And, it was a very tough decision for me to leave them. But at the same time, I think, I'm a loyal dog at the end of the day, and, I tend to stick around in places for a long period of time, but I felt just right now, this was the right opportunity and the right time for me. Selfishly, for me personally, but also maybe a new energy for the Coventry Blaze as well.
And what would be your aims in your first season as a whole? How do you look to yourself? And maybe it's too early for me to say. And but how do you look to establish yourself? If you've got any thoughts along those lines?
Yeah, of course you do as a coach, and I'm a different breed, and maybe in terms of even with goal setting, stuff like that. Like, obviously we want to win. I think that's the goal. But in terms of, I don't want to dip my toes into this as well. I know the league. Obviously, I've been here a long time. I know the type of resources that will be provided here, and I think certainly we want to be in the top half of the table and get the team back to there, and we want to be competing for championships. Absolutely. And, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. It's, first day on the job, but, the first task is to build that roster and like I said, build a brand, a team that's going to compete and win hockey games, entertain the fan base, and then, and challenge for trophies. So, like I said, I don't have any intentions to dip my toes into this. Neither does the club. And, we're going to push this thing forward.
Obviously, there's continuity here for the Panthers in that you've played in this league and you've coached in this league. How important do you think that is to this role?
I think just very important. I think it's, just the familiarity of everything and, already picking up things with passion, just already knowing, instead of him, just handing everything over and trying to explain situations and, the travel and, certain teams and venues and different ice sheets and stuff like that, right? And different styles. So I think obviously having an awareness of how other teams play as well and how other coaches coach and, everyone changes and, tweaks things from year to year, but you get a general feeling. And I think all that is an advantage. Now, in saying that, obviously, you still got to put the work in. You still got to put the work in. In this league, we all know the importance of staying healthy and having some early success and being consistent over the course of 7 months. So, all that plays a factor.
Brilliant. It's great to have you with us.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. I'm excited.